Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, it's Friday. Hopefully everybody's ready for a very fun weekend. A lot of things happening around and about. We are going to meet a really interesting dog, really cool dog here just a little bit from the Animal Rescue League of Iowa, Potato. You're going to meet that animal looking for a brand new home. But right now, it is time to teach you about something that happened on this day in Iowa history. It is a history lesson, but a fun history lesson because Professor Jeff Stein is joining us from Eastern Iowa. Hello, Professor Stein.
Lou, it is good to talk to you any day, but particularly on Friday.
I thought you were going to say it was nice to talk to you as long as it doesn't end in the word day. but hey, we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to our heart. We're talking, of course, about music because you and I have been in the radio biz for a little while.
More than a minute.
Yes.
As I added up. Yes, sir.
Yes, and there's some things that happened here in Iowa over the years. And when you talk about stereotypes and when you talk about parents complaining about their kids' taste in music, then the kids grow up and they become parents. And then the next thing you know, what are they doing, Professor Stein?
They're complaining about their kids' music.
Exactly, and that is the lead into what we're talking about today.
Well, while children and parents may have disputes about music, rarely does a sitting governor weigh in on the topic. But then again, Harold Hughes always did speak his mind. In a speech to the Iowa Bank Auditors and Controllers Conference at the Hyperion Club in Des Moines on this date, Lou, in 1966, Governor Hughes said the following: "Our young people may wear their hair in weird fashions and listen to god-awful music, but then young people have always done things of equally ridiculous nature, and we have survived." End quote.
That is, that seems a little unusual for a message like that. It had something to do with where he was and what he was talking about?
Well, he was speaking to bank auditors, so probably not, but he was looking at a broader contextual platform. He went on to compare the anti-war sentiment of the time with protests of past eras, and he noted America survived then too. This was actually a far-reaching address that in some ways telegraphed his later interest in national politics, becoming a senator and a presidential candidate. So Governor Hughes, at this speech we're talking about, discussed local, state, and international issues. He said, "If any place on the troubled earth has a bright future, it is this patch of good earth and God-given abundance that we call Iowa."
Okay, now if that was his broader message, why was so much attention paid to what he said about the music?
How about we blame the headline writers in the Des Moines Register?
Of course.
Because of all the comments they made about the god-awful music, that's the part that they put in the headline in reporting on this speech by Governor Hughes. The speech was delivered on this date in 1966. And we're talking about music. The governor himself, Governor Hughes, knew a little something about music when he ran for office. Listen to this.
Harold Hughes for governor, he's the one. It takes a big man to get a big job done. New spring for Iowa, new progress to be won. Vote for Hughes for governor.
That's a catchy little ditty, isn't it?
He had his own jingle. How cool was that? That's talking about thinking ahead and trying to get people in with the times.
Well, some might listen to that and say that was pretty god-awful music too, but I think it was tremendously clever. It fit with the time, and you can just imagine people hearing that, as it was played on the radio. That was from a radio commercial, humming the song all day. I dare you to get it out of your mind.
Play it again. Play it again. We'll put it in people's minds one more time. Can you do that real quick? Here it is.
I can do that.
Here it is again.
Harold Hughes for governor, he's the one. It takes a big man to get a big job done. New spring for Iowa, new progress to be won. Vote for Hughes for governor.
I'm bopping along with that. That's a catchy little jingle. Anybody running for office, I haven't heard a candidate jingle in a long, long time.
No, and really the Iowa Live singers should get together and do a version of that for you. We could overdub it. I think it'd be great.
We'll strike up the band. That is awesome. All right, people want to learn more and relive what we just talked about here today. How can they do so?
I'm going to go post it right now at iowaalmanac.com. That's iowaalmanac.com.
That is a great job, and I love the jingles. We'll start working on a jingle for this place here. Maybe we'll call, Bob Pace, see if he can whip something up for us. That would be kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Great idea.
Go to the top.
Exactly.